So guys, most of you will know by now that I sold my black BMW 6 or 8 months ago, and my 325 CI, and I loved that car. His name was Boris, and 10 days after I sold him, the fellow that bought him smashed him, rode him off. And for those of you that haven't seen it, you're looking at a couple of pictures right now, and I was absolutely devastated. So I decided that I'd have to race out and buy myself another one. Now, I've told a few of you this story already, and I decided to buy myself a little 1 Series turbo diesel. Now, I've got to tell you, that was a fantastic move. I want to have a little bit of a talk to you about these little 1 Series BMW. So the greatest thing about them is that they're a 2-litre twin turbo diesel, twin turbo, because one's not fucking good enough. If I had my way, I'd have fucking 3. 2-litre twin turbo. Now, these things are really a bit of a pocket rocket, and they're a bit of an unknown pocket rocket. They're like a bit of a sleeper. Now, they're about 155 kilowatt, which is pretty good for a little car, a little hatchback. But more importantly, they're 400 newton meters of torque, and I've got to tell you, man, they are just an absolute weapon. Now, you can then go ahead and put a tuner box in them, which will increase the kilowatts to closer to 200 and bring the torque up to about 500 newton meters of torque. Now, have I done that or not? Well, I'm not really going to say, because apparently it's illegal, and also it does mess around with your BMW warranty a little bit, but I can tell you this. These little cars are rear-wheel drive. One thing I love about Beamers, they've always stayed loyal to rear-wheel drive motor cars, and that little car of mine will absolutely shred the fucking back tyres off at the lights. Does it go? Yes, it does. Would it go better if it had 3 fucking turbos? Yes, it fucking would. But being a typical BMW does have a few little idiosyncrasies, and I'm going to talk to you about those right now. Come and have a look at this. Now, the very first thing I noticed about this car after getting a flat tyre one day is that there is no spare. That is correct. There is no spare. There isn't even a jack in one of these BMWs. Can you fucking believe that? No jack. So what they have instead is they have a run flat tyres. Now, I for one can tell you these don't fucking work. And how do I know that? I shredded a tyre going around a roundabout a little while ago, and the tyre tore off the rim. And you're supposed to be able to do about 50 k's on a run flat tyre. We weren't doing 50 k's on this motherfucker, let me tell you. I even rung BMW and I said, you guys want to come and try and drive this car 50 k's with this fucking tyre? So, no jack, no spare. So don't get a flat tyre on a BMW. Righto. Let me tell you something else that annoys me a little bit about these things. They don't have a temp gauge. Now, when I spoke to BMW about this, they said that modern BMWs have inbuilt security to shut the cars down in the event that they should overheat. That's my neighbour Russ's car. Can you hear that? Fuck, it sounds good. I'll give you a bit of a look at that. No, I won't. He's just shut it off. So they have inbuilt safety features that will shut the motors down in the event that they get hot or they overheat. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit fucking old school. I like to see a fucking temperature gauge. I like to know what fucking temperature my motor's running on. What about you guys? Drop a comment about that. There's just something comforting being able to see what temperature your motor's at. I don't know, I get real nervous not knowing how hot it's getting. Anyway, BMW know best in their infinite fucking wisdom, hey? They know what they're doing, huh? They don't even give you a fucking spare tyre. Oh, nothing better than the cold beer on a hot day. Now, another thing that really annoyed me when I first got this car, on the fob, you can release the boot with the button there, and that's great, but there's no lip. There's nowhere to grab it to lift it up. You find yourself getting your fingers around the side and getting them underneath to lift up your hatch. Alright? Now, I actually emailed BMW about this, and they emailed me back and they said, Pete, pay particular attention to the BMW badge. And that's all they said. So I'm looking around the car, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, righto, and then all of a sudden, I'm such a fuckwit. I'm really loving these flappy paddle shifty things here too, except I don't know how to use them. I'll figure that out one day.